Hey treasure hunters! Today's story is one you don't want to miss. It's a tale of stone walls, ancient knights, mysterious buttons, and yes, a bead. That's right, one tiny artifact could finally connect the centuries-old mystery of Oak Island to a secretive group that's been whispered about for generations. Welcome to the Curse of Oak Island Season 12, Episode 20, Just Bead It. As we inch closer to the end of this remarkable season, things are heating up fast. In this week's episode, airing on April 15, 2025, the Oak Island team may have uncovered more than just a clue. They might be on the cusp of rewriting history. So buckle up, because this episode doesn't just scratch the surface. It digs deep, literally and figuratively, into the very soul of the Oak Island mystery. Let's start with the smallest yet possibly most impactful find of the episode, a tiny bead. At first glance, it might not seem like much. But if you've been following this show as long as we have, you know that no artifact is too small to matter. Remember the lead cross found seasons ago? That kicked off an entire line of Templar theories. This bead is potentially another keystone in the ever-growing arch of Oak Island secrets. So what's so special about this little object? According to previews and early reports, it could have cultural or ceremonial significance. And get this, it might be tied to ancient civilizations or medieval groups that were once thought to be far removed from Nova Scotia. Could this bead have come from a Knight of Malta uniform? Could it be part of a trade item from a civilization long lost to time? We don't know yet, but the questions it raises are tantalizing. One of the most jaw-dropping developments teased in the Next Time trailer is the possible connection to the Knights of Malta. You heard that right. The team discovered a button on Lot 5, very similar to one worn by members of this ancient order. For those who don't know, the Knights of Malta are one of the oldest religious military orders in existence, tracing their roots back to the Crusades. They were known for secrecy, power, and, wait for it, control of treasure routes. Could the Knights of Malta have made it all the way to Oak Island? It's not such a far-fetched theory. After all, we've already explored ties to the Knights Templar, Portuguese navigators, and even the French military. And here's the thing, the deeper the team digs, the more these international connections start to feel less like coincidences and more like a global puzzle coming together. The discovery of the button may be the biggest symbolic connection to date. When you combine that with the tiny bead and other finds from recent weeks, including strange ceramics and evidence of 18th century engineering, it begins to look like Oak Island may have hosted more than just one secret expedition. Let's talk rocks, big ones. The episode trailer teases even more big boulders being uncovered. Now, these aren't just random rocks. They appear to form part of a carefully constructed wall or foundation. One of the team members even speculates, could that be Fred's wall? A reference to late treasure hunter Fred Nolan, who believed that large stone structures in the swamp pointed to purposeful, man-made design rather than natural formations. If this is part of Fred's infamous stone road or wall system, it's a major breakthrough. That structure, previously thought to lead to nowhere, could actually be guiding us towards something much older and more significant. Something buried. Something planned. This isn't just guesswork. The show has consistently revealed stone paths, wooden wharves, and shaft systems with precise engineering beyond what would be needed for casual settlement. The idea that multiple layers of infrastructure, stone and wood, were built to guard or access something deep beneath the surface is gaining real traction. And just when you think it can't get more exciting, boom, the money pit comes roaring back into focus. Where are we most likely to bring up a piece of treasure? According to the team, Shaft 6. Or, as Rick Lagina says in the preview, that's a grab. They're pulling up materials from deep inside the RP2 shaft, and what they're finding has them on high alert. We're talking hand-cut timber, glazed pottery, symbolic fragments, and now a bead. These are not random debris. These are the echoes of a planned operation, something that required manpower, knowledge, and purpose. If the money pit is the central vault, then Shaft May 6 very well be the keyhole. And folks, this isn't just another hopeful dig. This is based on a mountain of research, including a shocking new theory about who might have orchestrated this entire mystery. In perhaps the boldest development of the season, Episode 20 presents research that could identify the individuals, or the group, responsible for the Oak Island enigma. We're not talking about wild conspiracy theories or loose historical connections. This research draws from centuries-old documents, symbols, and linguistic codes. It links specific artifacts, like that button and the mysterious bead, to known organizations with documented naval expeditions and hidden treasures. Think about that for a moment. What if all these separate findings, the lead cross, the stone pathways, the swamp anomalies, the foreign coins, and now the bead, are all part of a single orchestrated operation? One goal. One vault. One mystery. This episode teases that the curtain is being pulled back. That the treasure of Oak Island isn't just gold, it's the story behind it. And this story could involve secret societies, lost knowledge, ancient maritime routes, and daring explorers who wanted to hide something forever. Let's not forget, this show is called The Curse of Oak Island for a reason. Generations of seekers have come before the Leginas, and many paid a terrible price in both fortune and life. But now, for the first time, we might be on the edge of something real. If this episode's clues prove true, if that tiny bead links to the Knights of Malta, if Shaft 6 is the right path, if Fred's wall is leading us home, then the treasure isn't just gold. It's historical validation. Proof that something extraordinary happened here. Something the world has never fully understood. And that's what makes this show so powerful. It's not about pirates and maps. It's about connection. To history. To people. To purpose. So what's next for the Oak Island team? Episode 20 might just be the turning point we've all been waiting for. The bead, the button, the wall, the shaft, all of these threads are beginning to weave a tapestry that tells a much bigger story. A story not just of buried treasure, but of why it was buried. And who buried it. It's an episode that proves once again, even the smallest find can unlock the biggest secrets. So if you've been waiting for a moment that truly changes the course of the show, this might be it. What makes this episode especially compelling is how it blends physical discoveries with historical sleuthing. The Oak Island team isn't just digging holes anymore, they're diving into archives, analyzing uniforms, and connecting obscure historical figures to the island's past. It's a new era of investigation where archaeology meets detective work. When a single button or bead leads to theories about medieval knights or 17th century naval expeditions, it shows just how broad the scope of this mystery has become. And yet, the team remains laser-focused on finding hard evidence, not just indulging in speculation. Another development worth watching closely is the growing importance of Lot 5. This part of the island has been producing some of the most unexpected and diverse finds, everything from potential military buttons to stone structures. If you've followed the series for a while, you'll remember that Lot 5 wasn't always a primary focus. But now, it seems to be holding a crucial piece of the puzzle. Could it have been an operational base for whoever orchestrated the money pit? Or perhaps a decoy designed to mislead future searchers? The truth may be just one dig away. Meanwhile, the use of modern technology is also proving to be a game changer. Ground-penetrating radar, sonar scanning in the swamp, and precision drilling have allowed the Leginas to target promising areas with much more accuracy. In this episode, those tools are being used to follow anomalies detected near Shaft 6, an area that now seems to promise not just more wood or rock but perhaps direct access to the vault structure itself. This shift from broad, hopeful excavations to surgically targeted efforts shows how much the team has evolved, and how close they might be to success. Let's not overlook the emotional weight of these moments either. For the Leginas, this isn't just a quest for treasure, it's a personal mission. Every discovery is a tribute to the legends they grew up hearing, the researchers who came before them, and the dream of solving the unsolvable. You can feel the tension rising as each episode progresses, and Just Beat It brings those emotions front and center. When the team gets excited about a find, no matter how small, it's because they know how each piece fits into the larger story. Another fascinating angle is how episode May 20th challenged long-standing theories about the Oak Island enigma. With hints pointing toward the Knights of Malta, the narrative could be shifting away from the more familiar Templar connections, or perhaps showing how multiple groups were involved across different centuries. This multi-layered theory could explain the diversity of the finds, different civilizations, each adding to or interacting with the hidden structures on the island. If true, Oak Island wasn't just a one-time hiding spot, it was a centuries-long secret passed from group to group. As the season nears its finale, episode 20 acts like the deep breath before the plunge. The discoveries are ramping up, the theories are becoming bolder, and the timeline is tightening. There's a real sense that something major is coming. Whether it's the unearthing of a vault, the decoding of ancient symbols, or confirmation of who was truly behind the Oak Island operation. Just Beat It pushes us closer to answers. And if this tiny artifact proves to be what the team suspects, it may very well open the door to the biggest revelation in the show's history.